to you all. Welcome to Zurich, Switzerland. I am Lewis from London Planespotting, and we are live here at the observation deck for the next 2 hours while we're going to see some action on the taxiway and also in the landings and arrival and can't speak today, and departures. So we're going to watch this Swiss A380 at the moment, just waiting to start. It's just had its pushback. Hopefully you can hear me. Do let me know if you can't. Welcome to the chat, Captain Nathan 001. Hi, how are you? Good to see you again, returning viewer. Hope you're doing well. There's that Swiss going now. Zurich is very busy today. Pegasus is going off. Technical issues with the internet connection. I was hoping to 4G hotspot, but the 5G or 4G connection here at Zurich isn't great, so I'm having to use the shared local Wi-Fi at the airport, so hopefully it's good enough to sustain. We've got 4 hours free, so we should be alright. Love those engines. So while we wait, welcome to everyone. Hope you can hear me. Do let me know in the chat. It is very loud here at Zurich Airport. Welcome Cyber Flyer. Laura, how are you? Welcome back. Laura's watching in the UK. Well, another returning viewer, welcome back. Zila, thank you very much. How are you, Zila? Cyberflyer, thank you. beautiful, by the way. Yeah, so had a bit of problem with the flight coming into Zurich yesterday. We had to change flights, so keep an eye out on the flight review video coming out in a couple of weeks' time. That will all be recorded in there. There was an engine issue, or shall I say APU issue, wouldn't start. Now the rise is getting tugged. Swiss A220 should be moving there. You'll find there's a load of Swiss A220. Swiss is a large customer of the A220. It's a brilliant plane to be on. Start of the Easter holiday travel rush, so we should see a lot of action going on lately. Okay guys, do let me know if you can hear me. I've just changed the mic, so hopefully it should be clearer. As we wait for the A321, sorry, to start going. Flo, welcome to the group. Thank you very much for joining us. Flo loves the A340 Eldorize, no, Eldorize one. They are beautiful planes. I love the livery on the Eldorize. There was a couple in storage when I came in yesterday, so whether or not we'll see one or not come out, they still use them. So runways in use are runway 14, which is just past the tower over there. So you'll see incoming planes. That's mainly for your arrival planes coming in, so we might get a good zoom on that later on. Takeoff is on this runway, as you can see here, and this is runway 28. Now this handles most of the smaller planes. You do sometimes get some medium to long haul planes, larger planes going on, some heavies, but the big heavies, which hopefully we'll see some more, we had a couple this morning, is on runway 16, and that is all the way down there, and they will make their way up there, and we'll see them go past us. So we should have a good view of that if we get some. There are a few heavies and about, so we can take off. So we should have some. Let's have a look what's due in or due out. Do love Zurich Airport. Been here twice now. It's fantastic. Another great spotting location as well. We're up on the observation deck. This is the main official deck of Zurich Airport. I've got my flight this afternoon back to London City, and then if not, it's £5, which ain't that bad at all. So yesterday we were at Munich Airport. It was €1, which again is a great price really. You can spend as long as you want there. A320. So Flo, you mentioned about the A340. We have got one going out around 12:30 today, so it should be soon. 12:40 one, going to Havana, and that is a Eldorize one. It's supposed to be 12:40, and we'll have a look. Hopefully that will go off runway 16, because that's quite a long runway. We've got an incoming flight now. See if we can get that. have parallel takeoff and landings going on here at Zurich. It's a very busy airport. It's the hub of Swiss, obviously. Hence the reason why. I mean, this is gate A, this area here. Amazingly, they also do tours, so you can pay, I think it's about 200 francs or something like that, and you can have a tour here and go airside. They also do bus tours. There's so many attractions here. It's brilliant. Ultra modern building as well. The tower, interestingly, is not that tall. It's a beautiful day here in Switzerland. It's about 22 degrees. Perfect flying conditions. Hardly a cloud in the sky. There's E2, I think, isn't it? Yeah. I should be flying on one of those. Is that to London City? Again, don't forget, guys, that's all on the channel at a later point in a couple of weeks' time. All our flight reviews. Some interesting flight reviews coming up on the channel. Lufthansa business class, are they really a 5-star business class flight airline? Who knows? We'll find out. Like I said, this airport looks really clean. It is. It's Switzerland. Everything's clean in Switzerland. It's just everything's green and lush, as the Welsh would say. Beautiful mountains, beautiful scenery as well. When you come in, you've got a lot of mountains you have to manoeuvre around. The pilots have to go around. Great at night as well. That's the scenery. Very mountainous country, Switzerland. And it looks like this A321 is set to go soon. Pilots are on board. A320. And a Swiss A220. Now there's going to be a load of these 220s. An absolute workhorse for Swiss. Kevin, good morning to you. So Paul's asked, can we see some boarding action? I shall have a look to see if there's any planes boarding. I think there might be one. There's planes deboarding, so they've just come off. And is that Vueling flight boarding? Yes, it is. There we go. Lucky people on the A320 there. Vueling. So I think as we watch, we've got the A221 A321, sorry, I should say. Just boarding at the moment. You can see cargo going in, cargo containers. Gate Gourmet serving up some delicious food. Chris, guten Tag to you. Hope you're well. Flo says yum yum to the Gate Gourmet. They've just finished. We should see that flight pushing back soon. Ground crew, airport services have just let off a flare or a bang, and you can hear it in the background. So there's some birds in the distance near the runway. No clarinets, a regular thing in airports. Got to make it safe, make sure there's no bird strikes. The most hazardous part of flying is bird strike. Something that's very hard to control. So it looks like we're going to be seeing this one go very soon. The tug is waiting. They've had the food, they've had the cargo, the bags have been on, boarded. The plane looks like it's ready to go. I think the passengers are boarding, and you can now hear the APU start up. Can you hear that? Is that his flight, or is that the older one? Let's have a look, keep an eye on things. I think that might be the viewing flight actually. You might see the APU pop out in a minute. So this coming on to our left is Chow A320. I believe it's a relatively new airline, yes. Don't let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. I think it's a budget Swiss airline. So that APU we heard was actually this Swiss A320, I think it is. Yeah, A320 Swiss, as it's being tagged. We'll hear the engine start up soon as well. Zurich having mentioned on that A321 there's a few cargo pallets arrived yet. They're just currently, there's a bit more cargo looks like to be loaded on, so that plane looks like it's not just ready yet. I can see passengers in the jetway waiting to board, so we should see movement on that as we watch the A320 of the Swiss start up. It's currently being tugged. Beautiful day here in Zurich. Not too hot, not cold at all. Just beautiful. Perfect spotting weather. Oh, private plane. Didn't catch that one. I'll have to have a look on Plane Finder, see what it was. Michael G. I can't really translate that because I think that's German. I don't really know. I think, is he saying, are you saying that you're in Terminal B? Do let me know. So Noah's just said it's an Embraer Legacy 650 that was. It's still going off. Let's have a look, wonder where he's going. Trying to juggle the chat and also Plane Finder. It's pretty hard on one phone. Do let me know in the comments, help me out. As we have another Swiss takeoff, we'll focus on that in a minute, but we have a lot of Swiss taking off, so let's focus on this one. A320, all British Airways, we'll focus on that. Let's just come in, let's have a look. If we go into gate E, he might be going to gate E. Let's have a look where you go. Are you coming or are you going out? Yeah, he's coming from Heathrow, so he's going to gate E. They operate from gate E, British Airways. And A320 is now moving. So one more cargo unit to go on the A321 in front of us. There's a few bags extra loading on as well, but this is looking like it's going out very soon. Passengers are boarding, or have boarded actually. I can't see any currently on the air bridge. Guys, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. Liking it will help YouTube identify that it's a good video and people should see it. We're going to focus back on the A321 here.
Look, den einen läuft raus, da,
So we have Edelweiss A380 going out to Las Vegas. That's just behind the tower here. Should be making its way to runway 16, so we should be able to see that. We'll keep an eye on that. It's just Pushback. That's just Pushback from Terminal E, which is the satellite terminal in the far distance over there. So Paul's asked, what's my favourite airport and aircraft type? Oh, airport's hard because I quite like Heathrow, being British and from London, grown up with Heathrow. However, if I was asked what's my second favourite airport, I'd have to say here. I started my first aviation adventure on Planespotting in Switzerland. It's the third time I'm here. We've got Swiss A380 pushing back. Aircraft type, oh that's another hard one. A380. I know it's not a popular choice. In the 90s I'd say I used to love the 747, do still marvel to see Takeoff. But the A380 is just, I can't describe it, it just defies the laws of physics, the size of that plane taking off, double decker, finally done it. It's such a shame that it's not as popular as it really should be, but it's just too big, but it's amazing engineering. That and the A220 is another one, and the 757's got a place in my heart as well. It's a brilliant airplane, did wonders for Britannia Airlines and Monarch. Interestingly, a lot of the planes on this side of the terminal will be pushed back and reversed straight into the taxiway, as this Swiss 320 is currently doing. The others on the other side over here, you will see, are being pushed in the direction that they're facing the taxiway. Do let me know the reason why. We've got the engine starting up now on the A320. So Michael's, just thank you for translating that, mentioned to go to Terminal B. I've been told Terminal B observation deck is closed, which is the reason why I'm here. I was told that by the airport security today. Ah, look, there you go, Flo. Got two Edelweiss. There's your A340 and it is going to runway 16, so that's great. We'll see that take off very soon, Flo. It's getting very loud here now. So much activity. let's just watch the gate activity. This Emirates A380 has just come in, so we'll see the boarding gate, the air bridge start to attach to the aircraft. Already you can see action on the ground where all of the airport vehicles are waiting to go. I'm going to zoom out a bit because our A321 is also ready to go, as we can hear it beeping. So watch both of them there. Air bridge is now detaching. Tug's going on, pushback tug. Clearance pushback. At the moment there is another A320 pushing back over onto the right of us, so they're probably going to wait for clearance. Whether they stay, this plane here stays and this one goes out, the A321 goes out. We'll have a look. And don't worry Flo, I am keeping an eye on that A340. It's still taxiing. As soon as it makes its way to the runway of runway 16, I will switch straight away back onto that. We've got lots of activity all of a sudden now this afternoon here on London Planespotting. Thanks for joining us all. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you're watching from. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to stop watching this A321 because more important, Emirates A340 is on its way. Flo, is this what you were waiting for? Okay. Taxi lights are on. But we're going to be going. Landing lights going on. Beautiful plane this as well. Flew one for Olympic Air. Long time ago, Olympic Airlines. When it wasn't Olympic Air, it was Olympic Airlines. So the A340 is waiting for the passing Zurich flight to take off on the crossing runway. We should see activity very soon. moments like this, guys, what we are here for. Amazing spotting. Here we go. Also got a Swiss A321 going to Malaga on Runway 16. That's lined up, so that'll go past us very soon as well. This A321 is still waiting for a lot of traffic, so it's a busy time in Gate A. Still waiting to be tugged, that A321. The A321 on runway 16 is currently lining up. Let's zoom in on that. There we go. One A321 back going, and this one's now backing up. We've finally got movement. There's the tug. Fueling A320 is now moving. They've been waiting a long time, these two. So Kevin mentioned they push back fast. Yeah, I think it's because they've had to wait a very long time. So they're trying to get their slot. Best flyers, hello, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for joining us. flurry of activity this afternoon here at Zurich Airport. Beautiful scenery. But I said it, I don't care. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. It's already been an hour. Don't worry, we're still here. Ain't finished yet. So which one's going first? You've got the Yulin and you've also got the Swiss A320. Which one will go first? I think it's unfair to give the Swiss the first one because A, this is their hub, and B, he's been waiting for ages. So the target's being detached. I'm reviewing, that's happening also with the Swiss as well. There's the Swiss one, hasn't moved, it's moving now. I have a feeling that this A320 Swiss on the right of us is going to have preference to come out first because he's moving. You have to be very patient here. Mark, hello, greetings to you. Hello from New Zealand. Oh, it must be early morning out there, isn't it? Or is it late evening? What's the time out there in New Zealand? Oh, sorry. Luke's from New Zealand. Apologies, Luke. Mark, Webster, hello. Greetings to you. So Flo says we'll have a drag race. Let's have a drag race with the two blue ends. Which one's going first? The Yulin or the Swiss? Swiss, I thought so. Of course traffic's going to give them the priority, it's their home base. You have to. Listen to those engines. Luke says it's 11 PM here in New Zealand. Soon to be Friday. Of course, you're almost a day ahead of us, aren't you? So I've got a Swiss on the runway. So this is our Lisbon flight, A321 Swiss. And in the distance you have El Al going out, El Al 737 over there being pushed back. I don't think he'll be on our runway on runway 16. I think that will be the crossing one, but we'll have a look. Keep an eye on all three of those aircraft. Soon to be forward with Vueling coming in sight now. I think the Swiss A321 is going. across home. That is a very noisy Edelweiss fan blade. That sounded like it needs a few WD-40. See if I can get that. It's a very noisy fan turbine blade. They're starting it up. They're doing something. Yeah, I think they're going to do a maintenance, doing checks on it and starting it up. That might actually have technical issues. You can see smoke coming out from the back of the engine. It looks like they're trying to jump start it. Yeah, they're definitely trying to jump start it. I don't know if you can hear that, it's a really clunky noise. Doesn't look healthy, that one. Co-pilot, clean the windows. Right, A321's been given clearance. Spick and span. So back on the chat, Jazzy John 30, morning to you. Alison, hope you're well. Alison says, I need him to come clean my car, yeah? He didn't clean the captain's side, Kevin, did he? He just kept it, done his side. Priorities. It's fantastic. I love this livery, it's brilliant. I don't know why a lot of airlines just choose for the basic white and the tail. Just well, engine's off. We might have a delay on this one. Sorry. Jazzy John 30, thank you very much. Thanks for liking and subscribing. If you haven't already, do as Jazzy John has just done and like and subscribe to the channel. We are a growing channel. Thank you very much, guys, for your support. It's much appreciated. Oh, go around. Catch that? No, don't catch it. I'm going to go around, Swiss go around there. Called the jet fuel is. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, there we go. Swiss A380 in the background making a move there. Good old A330s. They're a dying breed. Beautiful planes. Alison, thank you very much as well. So to you as well, Mark Webster. Keep the likes and subscribes coming, guys. Okay, Noah's just said it wasn't a go-around. It looked like a go-around. It was a very steep incline it was doing. But it looks like it was doing a 360 loop. The Lisbon flight, which you saw. So apologies for that. I was getting carried away there. It's because I can't switch over between the chat on this YouTube app and also the plane finder. So, where is A330? So this is an A330-300 going to Montreal. 11 years old, this plane. Built in 2010, December. Registration is HB-JHJ. Read it previously, so this actual plane, all it does for the last month or so, or 4 months actually, is Zurich to Montreal, back and forth. And this is Swiss 86 flight. So this Eldorado, which has been sitting here for a good 40 minutes, is not moving. In fact, the APU is just turned off. So that had started, and it's off again. So something not right about that flight. Normally it's a quick turnaround with Eldorado because they're a low cost division of Swiss. We're going to have a look on flight 24, see if it's showing up as a delay. That Vueling flight. So we should see the El Al flight take off very soon as well, which I think this is what the A330 is waiting for. So I think your El Al flight will be going off first. Yeah, it is, it's moving. So this is going to Tel Aviv, it's 737-9ER, which we should see appearing very soon. I can hear it in the distance. Here it comes. So that is going, and this should be going soon now. As we also got another, is that a Swiss A321 coming in? Yeah, A320, oh A220, looks bigger on the plane. That's going in now. So there's behind the trees, and we should see the movement of this big boy. Here we go. She's rolling. Should be able to see wing flex as well at this angle. Bit of a wobble. Those thunders from the engines, brilliant. As we've got an A220 warming up, it's starting up now. Get a shot on that engine. You should see it moving very soon. So interesting fact with these planes, you'll find it happens a lot in city, whether they do it here or not, to save fuel, they taxi with just one engine, which is normally the right engine, as they are doing right now. So you can see number one, or number two that is, I believe that the right is number one, and the left is number two, is stationary. So they won't start up the second engine until they're near the runway. So he is operating with just one engine at the moment, taxiing that, and that is perfectly legal. It's a procedure that a lot of A220s do to save fuel. Because the engines themselves are powerful enough to push the airplane along with just one engine. Asked about an A330, yes it was, going to Montreal. We're now with this A220. Says the noise of the A220 is something else. Yeah, it's got a great, I can't describe it, it's got a really low tone, it's brilliant, it's so recognisable as well. Have you had the pleasure to fly the A220, Winter. Delta, let me know. There's another one. They're everywhere. 3 of them. So the Edelweiss in front of us has got 2 engineers as we've got a private plane going off. Let's get those engines. So this is happening right in front of us. You'll see the digital display for the captain easing them in. You might be able to see just underneath the A04 this digital display. It guides them in. See that? So there's no one on the ground with pedal boards as we used to have. It's just all these, and most modern airplanes have this, and there is the APU open. See the ground crew now attaching the ground power. And also start communicating with the cockpit. Daniel says Bombardier C Series now Airbus. Yep, they were taken out, or Airbus bought the license for the C Series. Oh gosh, 10 years ago I think now it's coming up to, or is it 7 years? And they have basically put all of their might and finances into the A220 program. Now, a lot of aviation lovers weren't happy with the Bombardier C Series takeover. I don't mind it personally. You have to appreciate what the industry's done, or what Airbus has done with the program. But I won't lie, Airbus knew Bombardier were onto something, and they knew how successful this series was going to be. And in a way, it has absolutely helped Airbus survive. Now I can see in a distance, and I think it is indeed, it is the first A380 from Emirates EK87 coming in. Let's focus on that. There she is. Look at that big girl. How can you not like this plane? It's a beautiful plane. How can that thing fly? I know how it flies, but it's beautiful. You can just recognise it from a mile away. amazing plane. Might be able to see the tail go past there. Beautiful plane. It'll go on to the D gates at the far distance there. So we'll go back on the ramp action of this A220. Air bridge has been attached. So we got a Swiss 777 taking off. Oh no, hang on. No, that's not. We've got a Swiss A321 taking off first. And then we've got a 777 afterwards. Now that would be a big roar, the A777. Yeah, it's the 777. Waiting to run up and wait. So a little bit about this one plane here. This is Swiss 160 going to Tokyo. It's 6 years old. Its first flight was on the 8th of 7th 2016. Its type is Boeing 77W. Registration is HB-JNF. As we also have another Swiss A380 coming past, HB-JMB. Oh, we're being spoiled today, guys. Flo, you wanted A340s, you got 2 already. Drone Hunter, welcome, hope you enjoy it. No ATC today. I wasn't too sure whether or not it's technically legal in Swiss. It was a bit of a questionable one when I looked online, so I wanted to make sure I'm careful because I am in a restricted area here today. Zurich Airport security, we're at the official observation deck at Swiss in Zurich. Laura agrees, A380 is a beautiful plane in the world, I agree. Beautiful planes, aren't they? Hello from Brussels, from So. Henry, hello to you. Boomer Richard, greetings from Belgium, hello. And as Flo has quite rightly said, thank you Flo, channel ambassador here, subscribe, and like. And I can see a tail fin of a A380 Emirates just behind us. It's going here. Oh, where is it? There we are. Will it go past us? Please go past us. Oh, there he is. So it sounds pathetic, I'm getting excited, but I don't care. Beautiful plane. I'm so glad that Emirates bought a load of these. So we started to have a lot of traffic now on runway 16. This isn't going to runway 16, this has just come in, this Emirates. But we have a few planes lining up for runway 16. As we also have coming in right now. Where is this? So this is a Qatar 777 coming in. As our 777 Zurich is coming in. Keep an eye on the, Swiss A380 is going out first, so we'll keep an eye on that first, but we'll have a look at the Qatar coming in. So as A340 Swiss is going to Chicago, it is Swiss 8. The plane is 18 years old, 2003 this plane. It's a Airbus A340-300 series as we watch it now take off. As our 777 Swiss is now lining up. So this Eldorado plane in front of us is still not moving, so there's definitely a technical issue there. It's not showing up no more on flight radar. Oh, hang on, yes it is. So this Eldorado flight to Tenerife, this was... Keep an eye on that. But on the camera right now is... This is Swiss to Tokyo 777-300ER. Here we go, we're rolling. You can hear it in the distance. Keep an eye on the rings on this one because you should see the flex. This is what we can see right now, another Swiss A340. I'm going to carry on watching this Eldorado. Let's start with engine again. Listen to that engine. I don't think you can tell. I'm going to try it again. Definitely a problem with it. They're trying to start it up. I think they're lucky this time. It's going. Is it starting? Joined us, don't forget to like and subscribe. Jazzy John really likes the sound. Excellent to hear. Kevin, I totally agree with you. If only Heathrow had a terrace like this. Yeah, one thing I have learned on this travel of European airports is the difference between plane spotting in the UK to plane spotting in Europe. Germany, Switzerland, France is a bit different now, and I'll talk about that later on. Helsinki is the same. They all have terraces, and they always have areas that you can just stand and watch planes. Heathrow Airport, UK airports, watch and learn. You need to be taking note here, because this is just brilliant. The airports, hotels around Heathrow started to work out that, hey, this is a thing that we can make a bit of money from, and it's quite popular. You're getting a lot of airport hotels in the area which are doing their areas up so they can host plane spotting terraces, and I completely support that, because that helps with everything. And if, okay, we're going to charge you a bit, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's a cafe, you just need to have that interest of a cafe. I understand that, we've got to make money somehow, but why have we not got an official location at Heathrow, at Gatwick, you know, all these places? It's such a shame, but hey ho, that's my little rant over. I mentioned about France. My plan was to go to Toulouse earlier this year as well. Unfortunately, in 2019, the French government brought in a new law which now forbids any photographics or videos to take place in France around airports. Why? It's an absolute, doesn't make sense to me, it's ridiculous, but that's it. You need to have a permit in order to do that, and you have to register with the police. So I think a lot of people mentioned that Big Jet TV, as we watched the 777, yeah, Big Jet TV was approached as he was in France and was shooed away more or less. We've got so this is our 777 Swiss. Early rotation. City Hopper, Embraer 195 I believe this is, or is it 17? Let's have a look. So this is a 190. So our Edelweiss is still at the stand, they're still having checks on it. A380 taking off now. It's a longer takeoff, this one. There we go. Takeoff, Swiss 242, Airbus A340-300X. Then behind that, number 2 is an Edelweiss Air going to Tenerife, it's an Airbus A320. After that you have Swiss 777-300 going to LAX, as we focus on the A340 takeoff. Interestingly, they're actually loading the bags onto this Edelweiss flight, even though there are currently 2 engineers shining a torch in the back of the engine. And now we can see a 3rd engineer appear. I mean, this plane's been sitting for over an hour now. It's not right at all. Something not right here. If you know in the chat, do let me know. So, I should keep up with the chat. I've been keeping up with the air tracker at the moment, so let's have a look at the chat. Chris Rico, hello from Austria, not far from here. Ferry Toast, Manchester UK has got a good spotting place. It's called the Runway Park. Yes, I plan to do that. It's a bit like a children's visitor park, that one, isn't it? Jazzy John said, talking back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Okay, that's something else. Let's have a look. So Edelweiss is in position at the moment in the far distance, as we see a 777. So Boeing 777 approach as well. So Laura says Heathrow is a good airport because Big Jet TV does a live and he knows a lot about planes and jets. Yep, he's a good channel as well. Oh, there is our private Gulfstream. Going to Milan, this one. Yep, Jerry, one of the big boys when it comes to plane spotting. He actually rents a location at Heathrow. I think it's a horse. It's not a horse sanctuary. I think it's some sort of. I'm not too sure exactly where it is, but it's a field where there's a load of horses, and he rents it from the owner with his nice shiny van. Can only be jealous about Jerry. He's done so well. Fair play to him. I'm a little channel. I need your help, guys. Also, keep an eye out on Speedbird TV, another great channel. I was watching him yesterday as I was waiting to board. Now to watch this TAP A320. So Lintina, hey, watching from Kenya, Africa, hello to you. So Aina says, I think it's rush hour. Well, this is the Easter rush. It's the beginning of the Easter holidays. So you're getting a lot of travellers now making their way for preparation for the Easter weekend. Mark Blackford, hello from Bristol. Beautiful place, Bristol. Game Vader, hi people. Yep. Flo mentions very important, don't forget those likes and subscribes. Flo, I think I'm going to make you a channel ambassador to here. Brilliant. Do keep the chats coming, guys, thank you very much. British Airways about to take off soon. So the APU has been shut off on this Edelweiss yet again. This ain't going for a long time. The bags are still waiting. They're not doing much here. This could be a long wait. But another Edelweiss A320 is taking off in the distance. This should be a quick rotation. And it is. Beautiful livery, this. guys lining up. Thank you for the subscribes, guys. We've reached another 300 in the last hour, so that's fantastic stuff. We're at 1,500 subscribers. Don't forget, we are a new channel, relatively new. Been going for about a year and a bit, so thank you very much. Steve mentions LAX is the best for movement planes. I was planning to go to Toronto and then also back driving over to Washington and maybe jump over to LAX. Unfortunately, COVID happened, so my original flight, as we watch Swiss rotate, my original flight was suspended during the first part of COVID. And so I got the money back from BA, which is a shame there because I was looking forward to that flight. However, it's now incredibly expensive to go to the US now, so we'll have to wait and find another deal. Something's taken off. Is that our BA flight? Pushing back as well now. Flight out this afternoon, and I have to say check-in was horrendously busy over at Swiss, even for business class. There was a row of 5 rows of queues. It was amazing. I've never seen it before in business class, so very busy today. I knew it would be a good day to spot. So he's doing the flight control checks. Jackson mentioned flew a few times to LAX on BA A380. It was brilliant. Was hoping to go out there soon. From Imperial Hill was a great spot. Yeah, I've heard about that location. I was also set to go on the A380 for LAX, but unfortunately that was the flight which was cancelled at the beginning of. It was supposed to be April 2020. We all know what happened there. Here's our British Airways flight. I knew it was coming. Going over to Heathrow, this one. Not a long flight back over to Heathrow, that one. Otherwise is waiting patiently. That's the thing with cross runways, you have to wait. It's normally one after another. So BA took off and now this one's been given clearance, so we'll watch this. As we're approaching the final few minutes of the live stream. Hope you have enjoyed it, guys. Thank you very much for turning up. We've had so much activity here in Zurich, it's been worth it, it really has. There we go. Another one for you, Flo. 340. So Alison asked how many times a week do I stream? Well, I try and get at least 2 to 3 times a month when I can try and get in due to work restrictions as well. I've unfortunately got other commitments with work, but when I do try and get the time off, I am always near an airport. So do subscribe to the channel, always post updates. Also have a look on social media, on Twitter at Planespotting, and also on Instagram and on Facebook as well. Oh, got a bit of a rock. So our final few departures of the stream before we end. This is Swiss. Which one is this? This is our San Francisco flight, and this is another 777-300ER. And then after that we have a A330 going out to Mumbai. So we'll keep an eye on these two first of all, and as we get close to our end of stream, Eldorado, which has been sitting in front of us, our Eldorado A320, still having a lot of ground crew looking at engineers, looking at the engine. The catering bus or catering truck removed the food. You can see the catering on behind there. The bags have been sitting out as well. Whether that goes out or not, we'll see. I don't think we'll see that during this time of the stream. As we see an Airbus A220 from Swiss being tugged over to the stand. 777, as you can hear, listen to us, we're all quiet now so we can appreciate those engines. And they are huge engines on the 777. It's a Global 6000 BD and it is air charter. Waiting to cross. It's got a follow me vehicle. There's the follow me. Obviously pilot's not a usual pilot to Zurich Airport. We've got A330 in the background lining up on runway 16 as we reach the final part of the stream. Thank you for joining us, guys. If you haven't already, do like and subscribe. Keep an eye on the channel. We are back tomorrow for London City during Good Friday. Should be activity, well, should have a lot of activity for Good Friday. Keep an eye out for that. So our A330 is waiting for the departing aircraft. What one is it going to be? It is an A320 Eldorize. Mohammed, welcome to the channel. As we are reaching the final few minutes of the stream, thank you for joining us, guys. And this is it. A330 Swiss Air. And if I hope I pronounced that right. First time Zurich Planespotting for me, thank you. Thank you very much, very kind words. Gisela, thank you very much. Sai, thank you very much for kind words. This is now the Swiss A330 taking off. To the guys in the tower. Very busy day for them. Gabriel says, welcome to Zurich. Beautiful place, Zurich. Beautiful country, Switzerland. Nuri Gaming, good evening to you. Guys, that is pretty much it. I'm just going to check if there's any rare planes before I do shut off. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that. And there is. It's got a Falcon. We're going to watch the Falcon. We'll watch the Falcon. That'll be our last send-off. Falcon 2000 taking off right now. Let's keep an eye out for it. should appear past this terminal building. I can hear it. I can hear it. Where are you? Yeah, I can hear it. I can see it through the windows. There it is. Okay, right. Famous last words. Let's check one more time, because I have got to get a flight soon. Flying out here to London City so I can stream for you guys tomorrow at London City Live. So that is pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to host today at Zurich. And hey, hasn't Zurich shown that they have so many great spotting locations and so much great activity here? I can hear a plane. I can hear a plane. I can see a plane. There we go. That's a good send off. Right guys, before I have to start running frantically to my flight, I wish you a pleasant afternoon and good evening, and wherever you are, I hope you have a great day. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Till the next time guys, see you later.